Hey folks, I'm back again. I did not quite finish my botched wine in a copper vessel roving since the last time you saw me spin. And I was going to spin like a mad woman today and get some new stuff on there. But somebody was antsy for some of my videos, so I decided if I'm going to be spinning like a mad woman, I might as well spin for y'all. So, as you can see, I'm still working on this stuff. I tried to improve things a little bit by throwing up a blanket over the window so we don't get that huge glare thing going on. Of course, now it feels like it's dark as a cave in here. I do have one of my photography lights pointed over here, but boy, it really didn't seem to make much of a difference. We shall see though. I have filled up the bobbin about 3/4 of the way so far with this stuff. I sat down to an episode of Xena, Warrior Princess, that I was streaming off of Netflix. Alright, as you can see, I got through a lot of the gold portion. You probably can't see the bobbin or the flyer, or if you can just barely see them. But I've done some pretty good color bands with both colors. If I wasn't going to spin today, I had thought about trying to recreate the proper iteration of this colorway again. But no, we ended up spinning today. So otherwise you would get to see the stuff in the making. And by that I mean the dyeing. Not dying, dyeing. I've just really, with this stuff, have gotten to the point where I just want to get it all done. But that's going to be a long time coming because, look, I have an entire box still full, and this bobbin is almost full. I think that might be 2 braids worth, which means I've got 8 ounces of this stuff. There is no way I'm going to spin it all, I don't think. Not in one go, anyway. I'm going to have to switch to a different project. I'm really itching to, no pun intended, to get back to some blue-faced Leicester in an oatmeal color that I just love, love, love. That I have spun before. I actually knitted up a project out of my oatmeal blue-faced Leicester. If you can find me on Ravelry, it is my I Spun It Myself poncho, which is made completely out of yarn that I spun myself. One of them being the first yarn I ever did, which was the dark brown. I mean, obviously not the first skein of the first roving I ever spun myself. It was like the second skein. I was much better then, by the time I got done with the first. And skeins from, you know, that was on a spindle. A drop spindle. Getting a little thin here. That was on a drop spindle, my first drop spindle, which was, I believe, a Louette beginner spindle. And it didn't turn out so good on the very, very first one I did. They sent me a bunch of natural color roving top. I'm not real clear on the proper terminology between roving, top, I know what a bat is. That's something that's been carded and in a little fluffy pillow. But the difference between roving and top, I'm a little confused. I think a lot of people are. I haven't really run across a succinct definition of either one, even on Ravelry. And I belong to a few spinning groups on Ravelry. There's the Kromsky Wheel Owners group, obviously, since I have a Kromsky Sonata spinning wheel, which I love, love, love. Beginning Spinners, which is kind of funny because I don't think there's an intermediate or an advanced spinners group. Just beginner spinners or beginning spinners. And then, well, probably leaning out of camera frame. I'm trying to think which ones are. Mostly what I belong to are groups dedicated to television shows, because normally when I'm spinning, I'm not talking to you folks. I'm usually watching television or listening to podcasts. And the nice thing about having the Sonata is that I can move it around a lot. It's meant to be moved. It's supposed to be portable. I don't even bother to fold it up when I move it, though, because it's so light. I just schlep it into the bedroom if I want to spin there. Usually when I'm listening to my podcasts, because it's kind of a pain to get the audio for my podcasts out here to the living room set up. So I just haul my wheel in there and listen to Lyman Violet. Hello, Miss Violet. If you have watched this, I love, love, love your show. You need to get on video, woman. You're much prettier than I am. I don't know why. Although I tell you what, the hassle of trying to make sure you put on makeup before you do a video is kind of a pain. Which is why I didn't bother to do it today. Some of you may be able to tell. It's just, it's kind of funny. And I probably only have about a minute left here, so I better hurry. But my husband always jokes that I have a thing going with the UPS man because I get so much of my stuff delivered. Like my roving and my dies and stuff. So the last thing I want to do is have him come home every day and see me all made up. Oh, what are you dolled up for? We're not going anywhere. And I'm like, He knows I'm doing these videos, though. It's kind of funny. I like to joke. I should probably wrap it up because I've been trying to just keep an eye on the time rather than use that annoying beeping timer. But my name is Kelly from Holly and Artworks. My shop is at http://talandra.etsy.com. I'm sure I'll put the text up down there somewhere. But I'm going to sign off for today. And I hope that you find something pretty to make today too.